apparently.
Yes, continue on.
I shake my head and I say, no, I'm not here for the wares. I'm here to speak with the big one.
Oh, you want to speak to Great Chief Gralsk?
I look up at Cadbury,
Yes, that is his name. I believe so.
then I nod. Yes.
Yes, okay, he wants to... If you want to talk to him, he wants to talk to you. I go to look for him, yes?
You find him quickly and bring him here, I might just reward you.
Okay, and whoosh, he's off. And he actually jumps into one of the thorny bushes. That looked like it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so I'm just gonna stand there with, not stand there, but I'm gonna look at the wares as Cadbury is, beside me and wait for the chieftain to come.
Okay. And this probably strikes you a little bit by surprise, but suddenly you hear a voice from behind you going, "Oh, travelers, look, do his voice right, do his voice right. "Oh, travelers, you look for me, yes, I am Great Chief Gralsk."
And I turn around and
See Yoda.
Yes. You... No, it's a fat Yoda. That's the voice I'm trying to do, fat Yoda.
and
Anyway,
then I
you
look
see
at the
a
goblin.
rather... You see a rather portly, overweight goblin with a very broad grin, a couple of tattoos on his face, and he's wearing a couple of simple-looking earrings, and he seems rather pleased to see you.
And I look up at Cadbury.
And the other goblin from before is with him. He looks very expectingly at you.
Mm-hmm. I look up at Cadbury.
Cadbury nods at you.
And then I reach into my sack and I pull out 2 copper pieces and I toss them to the other goblin.
The goblin seems very pleased with that, and he runs off.
Okay.
Now then, what are you exactly looking for?
Well, I actually need to talk to you. Is there somewhere we can talk with less ears?
Oh, no worry. Everything is very safe here. I trust all these goblins, yes?
I nod my head. Very well. You are their chief.
Yes. Great Chief Grouse.
So, yes, of course, Great Chief Grouse. Now, I have been, I've been trying to find the militiamen. Problem is, I can't just go around asking because people are gonna, run away scared because they're the militia. But I figure because there are tons of you goblins all over the city, you would know, or your people would know, because obviously you're intelligent people. You would know who the militia are.
Yes.
You would know who the militia are compared to the other citizens, wouldn't you?
Militia, Grouse cannot think militia's still around.
Grouse, if you help us find these militia, my good friend and leader, Quinn, would be very pleased.
Yes, he is, the elf, yes?
Half-elf, but yes.
Okay, Yes, Grouse may know a thing or two about militia. Of course, Grouse hear a lot of things, but, Grouse a little short on money, if you know what I mean.
Let me put it to you this way, Grouse. You find me some militia, and when you do, and when when they are actually found to be militia, I'll make sure you're very well compensated. Fair enough?
The Grouse wants to know, though. Why are you looking for militia?
Because we are looking into a matter for them, so to speak. But the problem is I can't tell one from the other humans,
Yes, I know what you mean.
So if you can help
And
us,
what does this
that-
matter?
I look up at Cadbury and I cock my eyebrow.
Cadbury doesn't seem to react, and instead he whispers, "I suggest you use your best judgment, sir."
And I look back at the Goblin Chief and I say, well, we are, how do I say? We are trying to help them with a problem that they have. But I need to get in contact with them. I was told to get in
Is
contact
about
with
their leader who has disappeared? And he points a fat finger at you.
What makes you say that?
Clever.
He points to his ears.
I just I grin and then I put my head down for a moment and I say, you goblins are all listening all over the place, aren't you?
Well, lots of goblins. He just shrugs.
Well, the cat's out of the bag. I'm not gonna try and argue with you, but it has to do with something with that, yes.
Alright, I understand. I can tell you more. How much you pay for this?
It depends on how good the information is.
I have most of the information you were wanting, but Grask very reasonable man. Depending on how much money you can give me, I can tell you interesting information. You understand what Grask's saying?
Oh, I understand what Gross saying. Now Gross needs to understand what I'm saying. I don't just give out my money when I am obviously
You have Grask guarantee.
informed.
Good information. Like I say, goblins everywhere. Hear a lot of things.
And I'm gonna do a sense motive just because I want to make sure. Oh, sweet, 17.
You're getting the impression he knows a lot of things.
Well, no, what I'm trying to get is if he's actually going to tell me what I want
Yes,
to know.
you're getting the feeling he actually knows a lot about this matter.
Okay. Then, how much gold do I have
Wait.
left?
Wait, I was there.
How much gold do I have left, just out of curiosity?
Wait, hold on. Let me see how much you've spent.
Because I know you've been keeping track of it.
Yeah, but like I said, we still need to decide for certain how much money you actually have, because we haven't still decided what equipment you have and what you don't. Let's say you have let's say 14 gold left in some loose change. Okay.
Okay. Then, what I'm going to do is, I reach into my bag and I pull out, let's see, it's 10 silver per gold, right?
Yes.
I pull out 5 silver
Mm-hmm.
and I hold it in my hand. And I show it to him.
Okay. And roll a diplomacy to see how well you've made an impression on him. Let's see what he wants to tell you.
Oh, come on!
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Screw this. I'm re-rolling that here with that hero point.
You're using a hero point?
Yes, because it seems to be
Okay.
getting to the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
I forgot to. These hero points don't refresh.
That's fine.
Okay.
I kind of
That's
really need this information.
He
It helps a
actually
lot.
he grabs the coin and says, "Oh, this is a reasonable price. Grouse to tell you what he knows." So, the militia is hold on, I need to drink. I can't do his voice right. So, the militia is led by Marin Madrick, but he not first leader. First leader is he thinks for a while. Stichilo Callion. Yes, he used to be a human man. A man who used to work as guard in big city. And he come here and say, it's no good here. I start training people, so we protect place.
Mm-hmm.
In any way, but he die. He's old, and Marin Madrick take over for him. He was leader of militia. He became leader of militia a few months ago. He very popular man. Yes. He's a bard, very good skill. He good singer and stuff. And he knows what to say to get people very good spirits. Let me see. What else can he tell you? He already told you about Stichilo. Anyway, but I hear one of my very good men told me that he saw Madrick being chased into the woods by angry guards. No,
Wait,
many angry
Wait.
guards.
which woods?
Over there.
And he points to the north.
To the woods to the
As
north?
Gross wanted to say, yes, he was chased by angry guards and about over there. I think he ran into the woods over there.
And hold on, I'll look at the map. Yes, he's actually pointing at the north. Yes.
Straight to the north, like up here?
Oh.
Yes, over there.
Okay.
And
We'll need to
he
arrange for this.
actually starts giving you somewhat of a description. He says, do you know that farm over there and behind that field? That's where my man saw him running into." So he actually
Okay.
gives you a better description than what I just said.
Okay. And then
Pretty accurate.
I ask him now. So he ran off in that direction.
Yes.
Do you know anything about the investigation he was doing?
Excuse me.
He thought he was. He thought his old boss, Stichilo, got killed or something.
Yeah. And he was trying to find evidence of who.
Yes.
Do you know anything about that?
No. Hear nothing. Marin Madrick are very secret. He keep good secrets. Never tell anybody. If not tell anybody, Goblin cannot hear it. Yes.
Very true, very true. I have one more question.
Yes.
If you're willing to help me out just a bit more, I'll throw in double what I just gave you.
Tell Grosk more.
What I need is I need to know where Marin Madrick might have had a secret stash or a secret note or notebook where he would have kept his notes, or some kind of hideout that was not with the militia, but maybe another hideout that he kept to the side where he did his investigations. Find
Okay,
something like
okay.
that for me.
If you give Grosk money, Grosk will ask goblins to look around, yes?
Deal. And
And
I hold
he
out my
holds
hand
out
to
his
shake
hand
it.
expectingly.
Well, I pull out a gold piece, I hold out my hand, and I shake his hand with the gold piece in it.
Yes, a very, very good deal. Grosk like you.
And
May
I like Grosk.
ask you name?
I am Nimbus Cobblepot.
Okay, Nome is called Nimbus Cobblepot. Grosk will remember this. And Grosk go tell goblins to look around for secrets of Marin Madrick, yes.
You are a very, very generous and very awesome individual, Grausk. Thank you for your help.
And then she says, well, they do call me Great Chief Grosk, and he smiles very broadly at you.
You know what, Grausk? I will call you Great Chief Grausk as well.
Oh, very big honor to Gralsk. Thank you.
You are very welcome, Great Chief. Now, if you will excuse me, I have other matters to attend to.
Yes,
You know where to
yes.
find me, do you not?
You stay at inn, perhaps?
I actually don't report to me. Report to Quinn.
Yes, I know where Elf live. Yeah. He had Greenfoot Inn. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Actually, it's not Greenfoot. I meant to
But
say
Green Forest.
Green
Green
Forest
Forest?
Inn. Yes, Green
Yeah.
Forest Inn. That's what he
Yeah.
said.
But
Thank
he
you
does.
very much, Grausk. I really appreciate your help.
No problem. And I go put goblins to work. Yes.
Excellent.
He shakes the gold coin around, which seems to attract the attention of a lot of passing goblins.
I grin and I look up to Cadbury. I say, you know, Cadbury, that went a lot better than I expected.
Yes, these goblins are easily motivated, sir.
Yes. But it did go very well. Let's go report to Quinn, shall we?
Indeed.
And you'll see him start to run off and expect Cadbury to kind of follow behind.
Oh,
Ah,
he
yes.
actually runs after you. He knows how to run.
Good. He doesn't have to run. He has to just jog.
Yeah, you're lucky you rolled. Yeah, Richard, you're lucky you rolled high, and you're lucky you asked the right person.
Yeah, no shit.
Because I was expecting
I mean-
you to go around the entire town and maybe take a few hours, but now you've learned all this information in a few minutes. So yeah, you got
Yeah.
lucky.
Dude, that hero point was well worth it. I don't care if I die in the next session because I don't have a hero point. That hero point was worth it.
Actually, I had like a list of DCs, of gather information DCs, and the highest was DC 25, and you managed to get that thanks to the bonus of money.
Yes! That's awesome.
Yes. The money gave you a +2 bonus, so you managed to hit the highest DC, and you got all
Only
the
a
information. Congratulations.
That was so worth that hero point.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So yes,
Now
you
I go back and
report.
relate everything to Quinn.
Okay, cool.
And I tell him exactly who told me and everything.
Okay. Well, Quinn looks very pleased with what looks very pleased, and he does say so by, well, that was unexpectedly quick and unexpectedly thorough. Well done, well done.
Yes, honestly, even Cadbury was shocked. I could see it in his face, and I mean, you know how stone-faced he is. It was insane.
He raised an eyebrow.
And I chuckle and I nudge Cadbury a little bit. I'm just playing with you.
Oh, considering the
He just
animosity
goes
between
quiet.
considering the animosity between Goblin and Gnome, I'm very pleased with this.
Well, Great
right.
Chief Gralsk didn't seem to have a problem with goblins.
With gnomes.
Or elves.
No,
Indeed.
that's what I meant. Sorry, no.
Yeah. Well, Grausk actually seems to be one of the more workable goblins, so to speak. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. He seems to actually be a more intelligent goblin than most goblins. To be honest.
Yes.
I mean, he
does talk in the third
fat.
person though.
He's fat and he's the chieftain, but he has a lot more intelligence. It's kind of off-putting talking to him because of the third-person chat, but for the most part, he's the more intelligent one, and he seems to be more receptive. Plus, you know,
Indeed.
money does talk.
You see that Quinn is entertaining an idea. But after a minute or so, he returns back to Golarion and goes, well, the next step would be to actually find a trace of the good leader.
And I've got the goblins looking for a secret stash or any kind of place where he would have done his investigations. So I think it's up to us to find maybe if we can find the actual magic guy.
And the GM would like to point out, you know the general direction in which he was last seen, and you have a tracker.
Indeed. There's just one big problem.
What's that?
Weather dice.
Oh yes, it's kind of raining.
We had a storm, and that usually ruins
Yeah.
tracks.
That's true. That's a very good point.
It
Then
does,
again, if you've
but
got a good tracker,
Right. And I actually was going to come to that and say, right, it would seem that we would need a... Think for a moment. Yes, we would need a party of subtle people, one with at least one tracker in it. So we will require Chowder's aid in finding the lost leader. Now, I want you two to go find us more about how he disappeared, but do not engage any enemies.
Well, he was chased off by the guards.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we have no idea what the guard wanted with him. Perhaps it was a misunderstanding. Perhaps the Baron wanted a competitor out of the field. We do not know as yet. Therefore, we must tread carefully. I suggest that you two go out of the city and go out of the town by the north gate, and then walk back towards a place where Madrix has entered the woods and look for clues there. See if you can find a trail.
Then we need to find Chowder first, right?
That is very true.
All right, then that's what we'll do. Cadbury, shall we be off?
I do not think, Cadbury, I do not think your skills are required in the woods.
very well so.
Well then, wait, you want me to go alone with Chowder?
Yes. He thinks for a moment longer. You don't have any problems with dogs, I presume?
Well, I mean, they sound a lot like Chowder when he's talking to his people, but other than that...
No, goblins sound like little dogs, not big dogs.
Well, if Dragos gives you any trouble, you could always petition for one of his trained hounds to accompany Chowder.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
Whom also can aid in the tracking effort if well trained.
Okay, fair enough. Then,
I think I should write a little note to accompany that. Quinn thinks for a moment and then writes a little note about telling how much he regrets not being having to ask this of him, but a good man is lost to the woods, either to the woods or to many dangers, and we cannot delay any longer. Therefore, we require Chowder's skill in the wilds. However, this humble servant of Sarenrae is under strict orders not to leave the bed and cannot protect his son. Therefore, he would like to ask you to borrow one of his hounds.
Okay.
Etc. Etc. Highly esteemed Quinn Amivar.
Okay. And of course these messages are relayed, but unfortunately it's already getting kind of late, and while Dragos would like to lend you his aid, he doesn't like anybody to go out with either Chowder or one of his dogs when it's almost dark at night, because those woods already look spooky enough in the daylight.
Say no more. Say no more. That is a sensible suggestion.
So he suggests leaving early in the morning.
A capital idea. You are right.
Okay.
Alright, then we sleep the night off.
Crafting my bow. Crafting my bow.
Yes,
my cabin.
meanwhile Chowder is crafting a bow.
Meanwhile, Hilda's damn it, not heal this.
That's another game.
Indeed.
What's she doing here?
I know, right?
Kin is praying to Samurai that Sildana will not find out what he did last day.
Actually, when Zildana comes by you in the evening, she says if you get a good night's rest, there's a good chance you'll be right as rain in the morning.
That is an excellent news. What, are you getting tired of my charming personality already?
Yes.
And then she says, actually, it was because of my it was of my expert skill that you were able to recover this fast. But perhaps you're right. Perhaps I should have used a little less effort. And she grins a bit at you.
Oh, brilliant. Well, you are.
I
My door
like
is always
having a
open.
man completely at my mercy.
Well, perhaps you would.
No.
I would not say I'm completely at your mercy, but I'm intrigued by your presence.
In any case, with this thought, I will leave you. Get rest, and perhaps in the morning you will be back on your feet again.
That would be marvelous.
Try not to
I
think
will
too
never-
much of me, because otherwise you will not get any rest.
But I would get sweet dreams.
Perhaps you would.
Now, I will surely miss our little conversations, though.
Well, next time you can come see me instead of the other way around.
That actually would be, yes, I think I will take you up on that offer.
Alright then, I am looking for it, but for now, this little boy needs some rest.
Well, your wish is my command.
And she takes off.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, okay, we're nearing the end of the Tuesday then. But
Yes.
that night, something happens.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
I always sleep with my 2 ears open, so.
Okay, the ones who are actually staying at the caravans, this is probably Nimbus and
Chowder.
Chowder. You're woken up by a huge commotion outside. Something's going down.
Fascinating.
I immediately rush to the door and open it, see what I can find out.
All right. You hear you actually see the troop leader Joseph talking to a woman you've actually never seen before. A woman with long light brown hair who is talking to the chief, and you hear him going, "How could this happen? I've paid you for your services. I thought you were going to take excellent care of the horses." And then she says, "Yes, but guard duty isn't part of this arrangement. It was not my fault. The horse died." And Joseph seems furious, and he seems to blame her that apparently one of his horses is dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
Yes.
it would be. The second I hear this, I'm running over to the inn and banging on Quinn's door.
Probably banging on the inn's door first because it's locked at night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm banging on the inn's door.
Okay, after a while, the innkeeper opens the door and goes, "Oh, what's all this commotion about? It's late in the evening." I mean, at night.
And before he can do anything, I say, "I need to talk to Quinn," and I run past him.
"Oh, it's you. It's yeah, you can find it."
Well, I run past him before he says anything.
Yeah, he was trying to explain it, but yeah, you'd already left.
And
he is
I
still a
run
little
up to
sleepy.
Quinn's door and I bang on his door.
Right. Eventually, Kun will wake up sooner or later. That doesn't really matter. The first thing he does is grab his sword and his shield, and groggily goes, "Yes, what is it?"
Quinn, open up, open up, open up!
Never.
Alright. Running towards the door, opening and say, "Yes, what?"
The troop leader, he's yelling at a woman. One of his horses died. Quick, come!
He
Dries?
thinks for a moment and
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, while you're like looking around, one of the local kids like starts to talk to you, and he goes like, "Hey, Chowder, did you hear? Like somebody killed one of our horses, like slashed his throat open, like blood everywhere." Blah.
Hmm.
Who would do that?
Yeah, that's what
Probably a
happened.
monster. You hear another kid going.
Monsters. I was asleep.
I heard one of the men who was visiting the fair, saying that there's zombies in this town, and the other one goes, "That wasn't zombie, we're ghouls," and the other one goes, "What's the difference?"
I hate those.
They're both monsters, that's for sure.
but a zombie will not stop with one horse. Anyway,
No,
Yeah,
it wouldn't.
and this is actually where I will leave you, unfortunately. You now not have one mystery of the missing militia leader. You now have two mysteries. A
actually,
dead horse.
that's not true. There's also the mystery of the door with the 7 stars, of which
Oh
we
yes,
have
that's
no
the
idea
door in
why.
the dungeon you still haven't opened. That's true.
True.
A lot of mysteries.
And those are the mysteries. There are some,
Yes,
and of course we still have to help Brother Eldras with whatever he wants us to do.
indeed.
We have a
He's
lot of
the
things to do.
local priest. Yes. In any case, I'm gonna give you a little glimpse of what is gonna come next time. Of course, Joseph will ask of you to go investigate this matter, because this was a horse he not only paid for, this was his horse, and he actually liked it, and he's not happy that it's dead. So he wants
Answer.
justice
Hmm.
and answers. Yes.
Yes.
Money well spent.
Considering how much your horse costs, I'm going, yeah, I understand.
Exactly, that too. And to clarify, the woman he was talking to is the local stable keeper. And he did indeed pay her to take care of the horses for as long as they were visiting the town.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
Okay. So yes, next time there will be a couple of mysteries to investigate. So I hope you'll join us next time at Radio Multiverse RPG. Say good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody.
Until next time, dear listeners. Hello everyone, Ramsey here again. During the original recording, I completely forgot to mention that next time won't be a Pathfinder game, but next week we'll be continuing our Deadlands game, so look forward to that. Also, if you want to keep up to date with everything Radio Multiverse related, I'd like to direct you towards our Tumblr page at radio-multiverse.tumblr.com. And also, if you want to help us out, I'd like to urge you to leave comments on our videos. And this really can be anything. If you they can even be negative comments like your voice is really annoying or whatever, but if you want to help us out, just let us know how you feel about our videos, and if we're doing something wrong, please point that out and I'll try to fix that in the future.
Okay, so I'll see you then again next week for our Deadlands game, and I hope you'll tune in for that. So until next time, this is Ramsey signing out.